What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it! Poppin', baby. Let's see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs of love, man. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram and Twitter. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would really appreciate that. Shout out my notification gang. Hopefully my notification gang pulls through. If you guys would also like, feel free to check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That is the first link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Now, I did make a promise yesterday, and that promise that I made was that Capricorn will go first. So Cappies, we're gonna get you guys rolling first. Real quick, guys, can you let me know if everything on the screen is fine? I just went live for the daily before and everything was kind of jumbled around, so let me know if the connection's good and everything's good, and then we're gonna go ahead and get it cracking. Hopefully everything is coming out all right. We Gucci, we good? Bet. Let's get it cracking, baby. Messages for Capricorn here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, messages for Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. Hey, everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, for everybody who practices. Happy Tuesday, and I know I'm going to enjoy myself a happy Taco Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Messages for Capricorn here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get it cracking. Capricorn, the overall energy for you guys here is the World card in reverse. So you can be connecting possibly with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. Your current energy, Capricorn, is the Strength card in reverse. The person you're dealing with here is the Devil card, and the outcome that is present is the Eight of Wands in reverse. So Capricorn, you could be connecting possibly with a fellow Capricorn, a Leo, or an Aquarius here is the energy that I'm seeing. Based on what's going on in your reading, it was interesting because yesterday, this kind of goes almost a little bit similar to what we were talking about. Taking a look at your current energy, the Strength card in reverse. The Strength card in reverse talks about being open and vulnerable, okay? Being at a place where you can be considered weak, but vulnerability is not necessarily weakness. And I definitely see that whoever this is in your energy, the Devil card, someone here tends to strike when you're weak, okay? Now, I kind of feel like this is something to do with your family. Unfortunately, this could be possibly a parent, or this could be somebody within your family. This also could be your friend or lover. But what this looks like to me is someone who kind of strikes when you're down. And unfortunately here, I think that you're getting to the point where you cannot tolerate this person's energy any longer. So with the Eight of Wands in reverse, you are considering walking away from the person you're connecting with. Now, taking a look at the World card in reverse as well, I feel like there's somebody who's in your energy who you've definitely been around for a long time, putting up and tolerating with their negativity. And I think it's getting to the point, Capricorn, where you can no longer withstand that. And I feel like it's time for you to say, you know what? Me being vulnerable is not a weakness. I'm no longer going to be vulnerable to somebody who's going to strike me when I'm already down. So you can be connecting with somebody who's very toxic for your energy. Unfortunately, I'm really feeling family. It could be possibly a mom, dad. It could be somebody within your family. It could be somebody that's around you. But whoever this person is, I feel like they've been in your life for quite some time. So Capricorn, I think you're getting very tired of somebody's toxic attitude. And with all that being said, you're no longer going to put up with it. And you're no longer going to allow yourself to get knocked down when you already feel as if you are down. This is you raising your vibration as well as raising your strength and standing up for yourself and not letting somebody else's opinion be meaningful to you. Because the only opinion that matters in your life is the own opinion from yourself. So that's based on what I'm seeing here. Now, in regards to yesterday, Capricorn, the reading that I did was talking about how there may be problems between you and a person, whereas it could be a romantic partner for some. And in that reading that I did yesterday, the main message is that if you care about somebody, you both are going to work together on the relationship that you have. Today's reading feels a little bit of the opposite. It feels like it's not necessarily a relationship that needs working on, but more so the person you're dealing with needs to work on themselves. They are a person who projects their issues onto you, let alone they're a person who is treating you in a way that you do not deserve. So at the end of the day, it's never worth working on something with someone if they are not choosing to see that they're wrong, or if they are not choosing to see how they are treating you is negatively impactful impacting you. So at the end of the day, if your person Capricorn does not want to change how they are acting and how they are behaving towards you, then that is a person you don't need to surround your energy with, because you are deserving of love and light and a positive environment, okay? Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. Going all the way to, we started off with my earth sign, so we're going to go earth, water, fire, air. Going to my water signs, what do we got coming through for my Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours, all right? Messages for Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 329 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys are much appreciated. Messages for Pisces here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. There is this energy of being very overwhelmed. I'm not necessarily sure what you're overwhelmed from, but I do feel this energy of being overwhelmed for some Pisces. Let's take a look. Your overall energy is the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, you can be connecting with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Your current energy is Six of Cups reverse. The person you're dealing with is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the outcome that's present, Pisces, is the Queen of Wands. So some of you here may be overwhelmed with feelings and emotions. You may be feeling that the past couple of days you're like, why the fuck do I feel some type of way? And you kind of can't describe the feeling that you're getting. Have you guys ever randomly felt off or felt weird and you're not necessarily sure why you feel that way? Sometimes that happens, and sometimes we're not necessarily aware of why that emotion is coming up. The Page of Swords in reverse. I feel like a lot of you guys have been trying to ignore this feeling you've been having. It's almost like you've been trying to push it to the side and pretend that it doesn't exist. So from what I'm feeling, Pisces, Page of Swords, you're like, I don't want to keep my eye on this. I don't want to know what's going on with me. I'm going to try to avoid it. So it feels like you've been avoiding this random weird energy that kind of makes you feel off. It's kind of sad. You're not sure why you're feeling this way. You've been trying to avoid it. But ultimately here, without you taking the time, Queen of Pentacles, to look into why you feel so weird, you've been in a space where you're actually starting to feel worse. You can't ignore your feelings, guys. Trust me. When you try to ignore your feelings, they only come on much more stronger than you can imagine. For example, and here's a pro tip, when people are having anxiety or a panic attack, when you ignore the panic attack, you actually accelerate and make it more noticeable and more bigger of an attack. So the best way to let go of a panic attack is to actually give into one. When you give into a panic attack and you give into the emotion, you stop, you calm down. You feel me? So that's one way to help for anybody who has anxiety, but that's what necessarily happens. When you ignore an emotion, it becomes louder. When you give into the emotion, it slowly fades out, okay? So based on what I'm seeing for you, Pisces, I think you gotta take a step back and feel what you're feeling. All right, I don't know what it is necessarily you're feeling. I don't know if you feel off. I don't know if you feel empty. I don't know if you feel sad. I don't know if you feel a weird pit in your stomach or anxious. But if you're feeling off, if you're not feeling like your normal self, I would definitely highly consider just feel what you're feeling and don't avoid or push that feeling to the side. Because when you give in to the emotions you're experiencing, eventually they stop, and it makes it more manageable to let those emotions go that do not serve you. When you resist them, man, oh man, do they get louder and prouder, and I promise you that. So try taking a step back and giving into whatever it is you're feeling, and then eventually, as you begin to calm down, and as it begins to get less frustrating and less loud, you can tune out that feeling and flush it all away. All right, so just a little bit of advice there, a little bit of a general read, but hey, that comes with some pretty solid advice. So when you're experiencing this, make sure you give into the experience rather than resist what it is you're feeling. All right, let's keep it poppin', man, moving forward. Hey, yo, thank you so much for the $20 donation, Mary Hill. It is much appreciated. Hello back. Thank you so much for that donation. And thank you, Koala King Gaming, for becoming a member. Much appreciated, all right? Let's keep it poppin', man, moving forward. Going all the way to Earth, Water, going to my fire signs. What do we got coming through for my beautiful Sagittarius gang? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours, all right? Messages for Sagittarius here, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 470 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys are much appreciated. Messages for Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, Sagittarius, let's get one last shuffle and see what we got going on. Sagittarius, ooh, baby. Your overall energy is the Ace of Cups. we got a little bit of a switch up going on here. You can be connecting possibly here with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Your current energy is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The person you're dealing with is the Five of Cups in reverse, and the outcome that is present is the Fool card. So, Sagittarius, based on what I'm feeling for you, there is a part of you that is definitely interested in new love, but here's the thing. It's like you're interested in new love, but you don't want to put time into it. I think that that's the scary part. It was like, wow, if I could just be with the right person and then boom, like continue my life with them, that would be great. But putting in the work and the effort and the time is the scary part. And that's scary to you because you can always get hurt during the process. So I feel here, Sagittarius, that a lot of you guys are not necessarily scared. Or not even that. It's not that you don't want to be in love with someone. It's not that you don't want to be with a person. It's that you don't want to be hurt in the process of getting to know someone and in the process of dating and being with a person. You wish that you could kind of be at the end all be all rather than having to go through the journey. But let me tell you something, Saggy. The journey is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It's fun when you first meet somebody. You're in the honeymoon phase, okay? And then it leads up to, you know, your first fight. And then after that, it leads up to your first saying, I love you. And then it leads up to this, that, and the third. The journey of love is something that is gorgeous and beautiful. And there's going to be good moments. There's going to be bad moments. There's going to be weird moments. Because that's how love is supposed to go. But the most important thing about a relationship is that it is about the journey and not necessarily the destination. It is about how you feel in the moment with that person. And whether you get hurt or whether you fall so deeply in love and you're the happiest you've ever been, that is what is most important. Yes, I think it's great that if you meet a person and you end up marrying them in the end, that's cool, live your happy ever after. But the process of you two being together is what should be enjoyable because you are spending time with someone that you are happy to be with. As for the outcome that's present, the Fool card here, listen, if you meet somebody, don't be afraid to put in the time. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be hurt because you will experience those emotions with everyone. Let go, enjoy the moment with the person, and be present in the relationship. Because as I mentioned previously, the journey is much more important, and the journey is much more beautiful than actually the destination. That's how I feel here. Yesterday, it was a little bit of a different reading. I don't exactly remember what I said 100%, but it was almost similar to this. But from what I'm seeing here today, I feel like this is one of the messages that I have to give is that if you find someone, Sag, that you genuinely care about, fuck fear and fuck the fear of getting hurt. If you're scared to get hurt, then you're never going to meet the right person. Because the reason why we get heartbroken is because we were not with the person we were meant to be with. And I definitely 100% believe that. When I've gotten heartbroken before, that was a sign for me that I need to move forward and meet somebody else. And I know not everybody takes that as a sign, but if I wasn't heartbroken with my first love, would I be in a relationship with my current girlfriend right now? No. So you gotta get heartbroken in order to break things off with certain types of people to move forward to meet that right person. So never fear heartbreak because it's always steering you in the right direction. And if you're enjoying your time with somebody, be present to the moment, enjoy the journey, and don't care about the destination. Because wherever you go, at least you had one hell of an experience. Okay? Let's keep it poppin', man, moving forward. Hey, yo, thank you so much for becoming a member. Tiana, thank you so much. That is much appreciated, my dear. All right? Let's keep it poppin', man, moving forward. Going all the way to boom, Earth, Water, Fire, Air signs. What do we got coming through for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right? Messages for Aquarius here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 557 peeps in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. It's much appreciated. Messages for Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, baby. Let's go ahead and see what's cracking with you. That energy definitely hit different. Aquarius, your overall energy here is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your current energy, Aquarius, is the 3 of Cups. The person you're dealing with is the Page of Cups. And the outcome that's present is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Are we feeling unconfident? Are we? Oh, shit. What is going on here, Aqua? Well, this looks like you found someone that makes you happy. This is catching a vibe. You're vibing with someone. I don't feel like this is a relationship. I feel like this is getting to know someone. So you're probably vibing with someone if this resonates. So Aquarius, you're vibing with somebody. You know, you're showing them that you're romantically interested in them. And they're showing you that they're romantically interested in you. The vibes are there. Both of you guys got a romantic vibe. But Queen of Wands in reverse, there is something that you feel a little bit off about. It's almost like, yeah, we're vibing really good, but there's kind of this fear of, are they really happy with me? Do they really want to be with me? It's this insecurity kind of energy arising. So Aquarius, if you are feeling, and keep in mind this could be vice versa, but if you're vibing with somebody and you're feeling some sort of insecurity about yourself, or you're feeling unworthy or that you're not good enough, you have to keep in mind that those feelings you are feeling are not necessarily true. See, at the end of the day, I don't think a person would want to be with you, especially in a romantic way, if they didn't feel like you were worthy in the first place. We got to start looking at it from that perspective, right? Someone wouldn't want to be with you if they didn't feel like you were good enough to be with them. Somebody wouldn't want to be romantically invested in you if they didn't think you were, physically attractive and personality-wise attractive, right? So I feel here, Aquarius, that someone here is definitely interested in you, and you are kind of stuck in that insecurity where it's like, well, what if I'm not enough? Well, when you come from a space where you're not enough, you will never be enough, not only to yourself, but to anybody else. You have to take a step back and recognize that you are worthy. You're worthy of everything and anything. And when you test your worthiness, that will show up. So most likely there will be manifestations and scenarios created to show you and reflect what you think about yourself. So make sure that you really recognize that you are worthy of the world. Make sure that you are still continuing to focus on the fact that you are an amazing individual, love yourself, things of that nature. But don't be scared here. Whoever this is you're dealing with, they're reciprocating the same energy that you're giving out to them. Don't feel insecure about it, and don't feel like you can't express yourself. This person likes you for you, and see where it goes, okay? Remember, fuck fear. It's fake. It's false evidence appearing real. Let's keep it poppin', man, moving forward. All right? So that can be vice versa. You may be dealing with a partner or a person who's insecure. It may not be you, okay? Let's keep it poppin', man, moving forward. Going all the way to my Earth signs. What do we got coming through for my Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours, all right? Messages for Virgo here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 597 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. It's much appreciated. Messages for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. By the way, Virgo, I just uploaded your May monthly reading here today, so if you guys want to check it out after this video, feel free to. Let's get one more shuffle and see what's going on. You guys took a while to come through today, so let's see what's happening. Your overall energy, the Moon card in reverse. You can be connecting with the Pisces for some. Your current energy, Virgo, Six of Wands reversed. The person you're dealing with is the Empress, and the outcome that is present is the Three of Cups. Okay. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with a Pisces or possibly a fire sign. So, based on what I'm seeing for you, this is one of those energies where you're not feeling 100% in tune with your emotion and with your divine feminine energy. Now, keep in mind, divine masculine, divine feminine, these are energies, these are not gender. So every man and every woman has divine masculine and divine femininity within them, okay? So nothing to do with the gender. I feel like a lot of you guys don't feel very connected to your divine feminine. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's coming from, this reading's kind of coming up like you're not in touch with your emotions and that you're not in touch with your feelings of love. And for example, when you think of the Empress, you think of someone who is beautiful, someone who loves themselves inside and out, someone who is the definition of love. And when you are not tapped in to that divine feminine energy, you may be in a space where you're not in touch with your emotions and you're not in touch with seeing the beauty of who you really are. So keep that in mind. Now, with the Three of Cups energy being present as for the outcome, paired with the Empress card, I feel like a lot of you Virgos are trying to get back in touch with your divine feminine. You're trying to get back in touch with the energy of love and the love that you have for yourself. A lot of you are trying to see the beauty within yourself. And I feel like you're working pretty hard. So keep in mind here, for any of you Virgos that are feeling like I can't 100% see the beauty in myself just yet, but are working at it, that's totally fine. Self-love is a long process. You're not always going to love everything about who you are so quickly and so fast. That is something that takes time. Let me tell you something, man. Everyone's got insecurities. I still got insecurities about myself. And I love who I am and I love myself. But there are things that I'm still working on accepting about who I really am. And I feel like that's all a part of the journey. And for some Virgos here, you may still be on that journey. So keep in mind, if there's something about yourself that you feel that you still can't accept or that you are having trouble with seeing the beauty in, it is all a part of the process. It is all a part of the journey, and you are going to continue to do that each and every single day, and eventually you will accept yourself 100% for who you are. It is something that takes time. So if you feel like you're not 100% in tune yet with your divine feminine and in tune with the love that you have for yourself, recognize that it's a part of the journey and it's not something to struggle about and it's not something to be upset about, okay? Thank you, Kendra Walker, so much for that $5 donation. That is much appreciated, all right? But yeah, like I said, it's a process. It takes time. Part of this actually kind of correlates to what we've talked about in the monthly reading, so I definitely consider giving that a check out, okay? Let's keep it poppin', man, moving forward. And keep in mind, too, Virgo, actually, before we move forward, you know, from your childhood, from growing up, you know, there are things that you have been taught that possibly, for example, right? In society, we're taught to kind of hate certain things about ourselves, right? And growing up, we could be taught to hate certain things about ourselves as well. So you have to keep in mind that sometimes the reason why we don't like certain things about ourselves is because it is a subconscious belief that has been rooted all the way back to when we were growing up and we were children. So we got to keep that in mind. Sometimes the reason why we are so used to not liking a certain part of ourselves is due to our subconscious reinforcement of what we've experienced when we were younger. We just have to learn to break that cycle by acknowledging that what we were taught when we were younger was absolute bullshit. Okay? Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. Thank you so much, Barbara, for the 222. Much appreciated, my love. Thank you so much. All right? Going all the way to my water signs. What do we got coming through for Team Cancer, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours, all right? Messages for Cancer here, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 648 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys are much appreciated. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on with you. Cancer, ooh, baby. Your overall energy here is the 10 of Cups. I like it. You can be dealing with a fellow water sign for some. Your current energy is the Page of Pentacles reversed. The person you're dealing with here is the High Priestess in reversed. And the outcome that is present is the 3 of Cups in reverse. Clarify the High Priestess in reverse for me. Why is Cancer's person showing up as the High Priestess in reverse? Boom. We got here King of Pentacles in reverse, and we got here Wheel of Fortune. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So Cancer, for some of you here, you may be connecting with a Pisces. You also could be dealing with an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. In regards to your person, I feel like you're dealing with somebody who is very ungrounded at where the future is going to go. You are connecting with a person who almost is way too invested in what the future is going to be like rather than the present moment. That could actually even be the two of you. So if you're dealing with a romantic connection, Cancer, you may be dealing with somebody who's like always worrying about where the end goal is going to be. Like, are we going to be married together? Are we going to have this future? Instead of being focused on where you guys are at now. That's kind of the vibe I'm feeling coming through, where somebody's way too anxious to have a future with you when you are genuinely trying to be in the moment with them. Okay? And that is something to you that I feel is a little bit of a turnoff, let alone it's very bothersome for you because you want to enjoy the little special moments that you have in the present moment. So I feel this here, unfortunately. And with the 10 of Cups, it's like, when you think of a future with this person, Cancer, you know, you're like, yeah, absolutely. Me and this person will most likely have a future. But that's not what you're totally anxious about. I feel like there is no anxiety on your end. You're like, hey, we're in a connection. We're in a relationship. Let's continue to see where this goes. Can you see a future with this person, Cancer? Yes. But are you anxious about the future with this person? No. And whoever this is you're connecting with seems to be very anxious about it. So as for the outcome that's present here, Three of Cups in reverse, this is something that definitely bothers you, and it's something that you're going to want to address with the person you're dealing with. So I do feel here you're going to be addressing or bringing up this topic with your person or your partner and letting them know that, hey, what really matters is where we're at right now and not necessarily where we're anxiously going in the future. You know? So that's what I'm seeing here. All right? Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. And for all the people, these trolls that are coming in the chat, please get out of my chat. Thank you. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here for Cancer. So be mindful, Cancer. Have that conversation with this person. And in regards to any relationship, you should never be worried about where the future's going. You should always be happy in the moment with your partner. That's something that needs to be talked about more. Okay? Because I know a lot of people, and I used to be one of those people. When I used to be in a relationship, like my very first few relationships, I would always be like, oh my God, is this the girl I'm going to marry? Oh my God, is this the girl that is going to be the end all be all for me? I used to like get so anxious wondering that. And then I realized, what the fuck? Like, if I'm consistently wondering about the future and doing nothing in the present moment, then how could we ever have a future if I'm not focused on what's going on right now? And I had to take a step back and realize that. And when I realized that shit, I was like, wow, yeah, the future doesn't even matter. Because what matters right now is actually this present moment that creates where things are going moving forward. So yeah, that's what I had to recognize. And the moment I recognized that, then that is where everything changed and my whole perspective about the future changed. What's most important is being present with your person. Okay? Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. Going all the way to my fire signs. What do we got coming through for my beautiful Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours, all right? Messages for Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 674 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. It's much appreciated. Messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, Leo, baby. Let's go ahead and get one last shuffle and see what's going on with you. I feel like Leos are definitely loud and proud today. What's going on? Ooh, that's what's going on. Leo, the overall energy is the Devil card in reverse. You can be connecting possibly with a Capricorn here. Your current energy, Leo, is the Moon in reverse. The person you're dealing with is the Lovers in reverse. And the outcome that is present is the Five of Wands in reverse. Leo, you see all these reversals and you're like, what the fuck, Ant? It's actually a very positive reading. You could be connecting with a Capricorn, a Pisces, or a Gemini. Leo, based on what I'm seeing for you, you're loud and proud because you're really happy that you've let something go. The Moon card in reverse, the Devil in reverse, the Lovers in reverse. You let go and stopped fighting for someone who was basically treating you in a way that was not fair. And with the Devil card paired with the Lovers card in reverse, that right there is identified as a toxic form of love. I already feel like that's what you were a part of. You were a part of a toxic form of love. And when you started to realize that this love you had with the person you were dealing with was not necessarily true love, but was indeed a toxic form of love, then Five of Wands reversed, you realize this isn't worth putting up a fight for when I'm deserving of getting something better. You want to know why the Leos are loud and proud today? They're loud and proud because no longer are they allowing themselves to be attached to this toxic form of love because they've recognized that there is better out there. And now you don't have to be emotional. Because trust me, Leos can be emotional, but they don't like showing that they're emotional. They like to hide that they're emotional. So therefore, Leo, you're like, yo, I'm finally done crying over this motherfucker. That's the energy that's coming through. You're like, I'm done crying over this person. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I'm good. Because I've let go emotionally on what it is I was attached to. Keep that in mind as well. Keep that word in mind. You were attached to the person more than you were in love with the person. So you are dropping the attachment of who this individual was you were connecting with, and you are releasing that person. No longer are you attached. It wasn't that you were in love, you were attached. And now, as you are free from that person, and as you are free in general, you are ready to be able to move forward and find an actual true form of love versus a toxic form of love, okay? So that's why you guys feel good. No more tears over whoever this individual is you're dealing with. Leos are back to vibing, and they feel good. They feel really good. Okay? Let's keep it popping there moving forward. Ooh. Excuse me. Y'all ever get a stuffy ass nose out of nowhere? I just did. Anyways, man, let's keep it popping there moving forward. Going all the way to my air signs. What do we got coming through for the Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right. Messages for Libra here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 672 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys are much appreciated. Messages for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, Libra, baby. Let's go ahead and get it cracking. What's going on for you? Libra, the overall energy for you guys here is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. You can be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Your current energy is the 6 of Cups. The person you're dealing with is the Justice card. And the outcome that's present is the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Libra, you could be connecting with another Libra possibly, okay? So, based on what I'm feeling for you, I think that you are no longer residing in your head and residing in your memories. I think for a while you've been reminiscing about the old times when, you know, certain things occurred in your life that didn't make you happy, right? You could be thinking back to your childhood. You could be thinking back to a couple months ago. Whatever it is, I feel like you've been reminiscing a lot lately, Libra. And you haven't been reminiscing on the best type of thoughts. You've been reminiscing kind of on the shit that you don't want to think about. And with the Justice card here, I think that your guides are kind of urging for you to bring back some sort of balance into your life. And what I mean by bringing back some sort of balance into your life is to remember that the past and the present moment, they both have beneficial key factors. The past has the factor of you being able to remember something and how it influences you today. But the present moment is that you can make a change. That's the difference. You can't change the past, but you can change what's going on right now. And I feel like a lot of you Libras may have been living in the past for the past couple of days. You may have been in a position where you've been thinking about things that have happened to you, things that you have done, and how they have influenced you. Some of you here may be wishing that you could change or wishing that you could have done something different in the past as well. But you got to recognize that we can't change what's happened. We can only change what's happening now. And that's where you got to bring back the balance, and that's where you have to reground yourself in the present moment. Anything that's happened in the past, we cannot change. But moving forward in the present moment, we can change. So keep that in mind. And with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse here, I feel like you're realizing, oh yeah, I cannot change what I've experienced. I cannot change what's happened to me in the past. I can only change what's going on right now. So with the Justice card here and the 5 of Pentacles written reversed here, this is basically showing you, Libra, that you are ready to make a change on whatever it is that's been bothering you in the now moment. So, for example, let's just put this out here, right? Let's say you're reminiscing to the days, Libra. Let's say you've gained a little bit of weight. And let's say you're reminiscing to the days when you were thinner or the days you were skinnier. And you were like, wow, I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back to the time when I was skinnier, and I wish I could have stopped myself from eating how much I ate and gaining, 10 pounds, right? Imagine that. Imagine that. Now, moving into the present moment, you can change what has happened, but you cannot go back to where you were. So in order to change what's happening in the present moment, what do you got to do? Well, you got to go on a diet. You got to start exercising. You got to start intaking less and making sure that you're getting very happy stuff or very positive stuff for your body. And then moving forward, you can lose that weight again. So at the end of the day, you know that the past has happened, but in the present moment, that is where the changes have to be made. Okay? So for the people saying that's a crappy example, it's a very perfect example. You got to keep that in mind. Because, for example, I've had things of that nature as well. So yeah, that's what I think is definitely good in this situation. And based on what I'm seeing for you, Libra, I feel that you have to remember that if you want to make any changes, you can only make the changes in the now. You cannot make the changes in the past. All right? Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. Going all the way to my Earth signs. What do we got coming through for the Taurus gang? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right? Messages for Taurus here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 694 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. It's much appreciated. Messages for Taurus here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? Bull gang! Happy birthday. Shout out my Taurus gang. If anybody's birthday is today, I'm wishing you a very happy birthday. Messages for Taurus here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with you. Ooh, Heyo, Taurus, your overall energy here is the King of Pentacles. Okay, excuse me. We got here the King of Pentacles. You can be connecting possibly here with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Your current energy is the Devil. The person you're dealing with is the Five of Pentacles. And the outcome that's present is the Three of Cups. Clarity, huh? That's what it feels like. For some of you Tauruses, this might go back. This might be deep, but I have to put that out there. If someone had abandoned you, whether they abandoned you at a young age or whether they abandoned you recently, I feel this energy of closure. And this energy of closure is basically you coming from the space and recognizing if somebody abandoned me and walked out of my life, then why do I have to sit here and be upset that they left? I think you're getting this closure and this grounding energy where you recognize that if somebody is no longer a part of your life, that was their choice and it had nothing to do with you. So like I said, this could root back to your childhood for some of you when you were younger. Possibly there could have been a parent that had left, and I know that that is a very triggering topic. But for some of you, there could have been a parent that's left. For others of you, this could have been a partner that's left. But I think you're getting this energy, this clarity where you're realizing if people walk away from my life, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. I didn't drive them away or push them away. They made their own choice. And I also think you're recognizing that you can live an enjoyable life without a certain person having to be there. If someone chooses to walk away from you, that doesn't mean that you can't live an enjoyable life. So at the end of the day here, Taurus, I think that a lot of you guys are letting go of resentments for people that have walked away, if you've had any sort of resentments, and you're letting go of the anger and the negativity if you've had towards that individual. Because you realize the people that are meant to be in my life are the people that are staying a part of my life. And if you are no longer staying in my life or wanting or desiring to be around me, then you were not meant to be there in the first place. So I think you're letting go of any sort of resentments you've held towards certain people who've walked away. And you're really recognizing that it was kind of for the best. Because the most important thing is the people who stick around and the people who stay, not the people who decided to get up and leave. Okay? So there is a really healing energy here coming towards you guys and a big energy of clarity, where you realize that it's not your fault if people walk away. They just weren't meant to be. Okay? Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. Going all the way to my water signs. What do we got coming through for the Scorpio, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right. Messages for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 700 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys are much appreciated. Messages for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on with you, baby. Scorpio, the overall energy for you guys here is the Ace of Cups. Hello. I don't know what it's been, man, or what is going on, but for the past couple of days, I feel this energy of Scorpio dealing with someone new, okay? So you could have met somebody new for some of you, but I feel this energy of you guys like, I feel like I'm slowly falling for someone. Taking a look at your current energy, King of Pentacles, person you're dealing with, Seven of Swords reversed, outcome, Nine of Wands. Some of you here are slowly but surely falling for someone. And as you're falling for this person, I think a lot of you guys are reminiscing back to memories where you've been hurt before. And there's this part of you that is battling yourself between like, just be vulnerable. Give this relationship a shot. Give this person a shot. But then there's this other side of you, Scorpio, that's like, don't give this person a chance. Look at how X, Y, and Z has hurt you. So it's almost like you're battling with the devil and the angel on your shoulder, where you've had past experiences with really crappy partners. And, you know, that has had an influence, of course. But now you're in this grounded state where you want to give love a chance. So don't let your past come forward into your present. Remember, every time that you meet a new person, you need to have a clean slate with them. Don't be nervous and don't be scared. Give the person a shot. Because the only way to truly get to know someone is to not judge them on anything. It's to simply get to know who they are and not bring your past into the present moment. So based on what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, Nine of Wands, a lot of you guys may have some hidden fears that you're not expressing right now about this individual that you're dealing with. But you have to have that clean slate with this person and see where things go. Keep in mind, the only way to get to really know who they are is to be present with them in the moment and let them show you who they are, okay? So like I said here, Scorpio, I do feel like there is this energy of you falling for someone, but in order to really know if they're going to be the right one or the wrong one, you have to have experience with them, and you have to let go and give into the experience and see what happens. You cannot bring what has happened to you in the past into the present moment. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. And also, we got your moon coming up tomorrow, man. Full moon in Scorpio tomorrow. That's definitely going to be a very, very, very powerful one. So get excited for that, because that's your sign. Okay? Now, nonetheless, though, clarifying this one more time, I feel like you're falling for someone, but there is a part of you that is scared due to the past relationships you've had that were negative. Don't allow that to influence your future, because if you allow that to influence your future, you're always going to be scared and you're never going to give somebody a chance. Okay, let's keep it popping, man. Moving forward, my water signs are done, my earth signs are done, going all the way to my fire signs. What's cracking for my Aries gang? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you for becoming a member. Hopefully I can say this correctly. Shantae, thank you so much. All right, what's going on for my Aries, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? For the 675 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys are much appreciated. Messages for Aries here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, baby. What's going on with you? Aries, your overall energy here is the King of Swords in reverse. Whew, okay. I feel like your honesty has been too honest lately, Aries. I feel this energy of you guys being very unfiltered, okay? And here's the thing. Aries are naturally very unfiltered, but I'm feeling like super unfiltered lately. Like you don't really have the time to not speak your truth. And here we go. Your current energy is the Three of Swords. Yeah, when someone's hurt, they tend to be very blunt. The person you're dealing with, Aries, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the outcome is the Hierophant in reverse. So, someone got you twisted, okay? And in regards to if this was a relationship, for some of you, Aries, you may have been in a relationship and there may have been a breakup here with the King of Pentacles reversed and the Hierophant reversed. And if there was a breakup, Aries, you are in a hurt state, and that's why you are speaking your truth. That's why you are very blunt with how you are acting and how you are communicating. So for those of you that are coming out of a relationship right now, I feel like you are extremely truthful. You are extremely blunt of how it is that you feel, because that is your way of expressing and purging out those emotions that you are feeling, right? The Three of Swords is talking about heartbreak, and your way to deal with heartbreak is for you to explain your absolute truth, and it's for you to let go and by speaking in the way that you need to, right? By being honest. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Aries. You are definitely not holding back on how it is you feel. You are being 110% truthful, and by the more you're speaking your truth, the better you're feeling, the more you're purging out that heartbreak. So it's almost as if it's a trade-off. You're feeling a lot better by speaking your undeniable truth because you are so hurt. So I really like this energy that you guys are in, because at the end of the day, it is rather healing. So with that King of Swords in reverse, you are very bold and you are not holding back on anything. And I can 100% assure you of that in whatever the situation is. Like I said, I do feel like this is you coming out of a relationship with someone. I do feel like this is a breakup. But if it's not a breakup in general, something's got you twisted and you're not afraid to hold back. Okay? And like I said, as you are speaking up your truth, you definitely feel like it's a healing experience because it makes you feel better, okay? So Aries, you're going to be extremely blunt, and I like it. I like it a lot. Enjoy it, but be mindful. Hurt people can hurt people. That is the only best advice that I can give to you. Try not to, let your bluntness come out on someone who actually is very good to you and someone who hasn't done anything wrong to you. Keep in mind that hurt people can hurt people, all right? Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. Thank you for the 1111 donation between two worlds. That's much appreciated. Let's start the synchronicity train. Who's got 2222? Not too sure if that'll happen today, but thank you so much for the donation, my love. That is much appreciated, all right? So we got my earth signs done, my water signs done, my fire signs. Last but not least, what do we got coming through for my motherfucking Gemini gang, okay? Messages for Gemini here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours, all right? Messages for Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. For the 619 people in the chat, please drop a like. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys are much appreciated, man. Messages for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on with you. Gemini, ooh, the moon in reverse. I've been seeing this for you way too much, man. You can be connecting with the Pisces possibly here. Your current energy, Two of Wands, the person you're dealing with, Knight of Cups in reverse, and the outcome is the Ace of Wands. Okay. This is an energy of battling between holding on to caring about someone or completely cutting off all emotion. And I think that this is kind of difficult for you, Gemini, because whoever you're dealing with here, Knight of Cups in reverse, someone stopped showing their love to you. Someone walked away, okay? And I think that you're stuck between still caring for this individual or going completely cold-hearted. And that's the thing. If a Gemini wants to, they can shut off their emotions completely. You guys can literally become so cold to the point where you just don't give a fuck anymore. But that also affects other areas in your life. That means you can get so cold to the point where you don't give a fuck about anything or anyone else. And you're in this position right now where you don't know what to do. You feel stuck and you feel stagnant. And here's the thing, Gemini. Even if you may feel like there is one or other, even if you feel like the only two options you have is to still care for someone or completely detach, that's not the only two options you have. Because you do have another option. And that option is that you are able to detach from this person but still be emotional. You are able to allow yourself to say, you know what, I deserve better. And you allow yourself to process these emotions rather than cut them off. Because here's the thing. You know, you may feel like there's only two choices. Care about them or detach. But you can simply say, you know what, I deserve better. And feel what you're feeling and deal with what you're feeling. And eventually you'll process through those emotions and you'll flush them out. You don't have to go 110% cold. You may feel that you do because it's a very good coping and self-defense mechanism, but you don't have to do that. So for any of the Geminis that are currently experiencing this dilemma, my best advice for you is to let go of this person and to feel everything you're currently feeling, because eventually you will process through those emotions and eventually those emotions won't bother you any longer. Those feelings that you have will no longer be there over time. You got to take it one day and one step at a time. And as for the outcome that's present, Ace of Wands, you will eventually flourish into a new beginning anyways, and you will eventually feel differently. We have to keep in mind, okay, that feelings are very temporary. And eventually those feelings that you have for this person are going to fade out if you take it one day and one step at a time. So you don't need to go cold, Gemini. You can continue to feel. It may suck, it may hurt, but you will process those emotions, you will get through the emotions, and eventually everything's going to be all right and you will reach those calm waters. So I just want to keep that in mind for you. All right, let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. Hey, yo, thank you so much for the 2222 Between Two Worlds. It's much appreciated. I came too late to the party, next time, and LOL. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my love. And thank you so much, Vanessa, for the 3333. That is much appreciated. Straight, no filter. It's why we have love for you. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for coming through. It is much appreciated, and thank you for that donation, my boo. Guys, thank you all so much for coming out to the Daily, man. I truthfully appreciate it. I hope you guys are having an awesome time and an awesome day. I'm just vibing out here today, so I hope you guys had a good time and enjoyed the chat today. Thank you so much, Shantae, for the 10 bucks. Thank you for your energy, sending appreciation for my little corner around the world. That is so awesome. You're from New Zealand. Shout out New Zealand people, man. I say this shit all the time, but there is people that watch me from so many different places across the world that it's actually crazy that I can get in touch with all of you guys. It's just absolutely fucking insane. So thank you so much for that donation. That is much appreciated. But guys, I want to thank you all so much for coming out. For those of you that come in and day out, always showing love and support. Shout out to you. You guys are fucking awesome. I love and fucking appreciate the people that come here for me on my good days, my bad days, my amazing days, my sad days. Everybody who always comes through for me, I appreciate that. And for those of you that show out for me, I will always show out for you. Thank you so much. For those of you that sent in any donations today, as I always say, no matter how big or how small, every donation genuinely makes a difference in my life, and they genuinely help. So thank you so much for that. You are appreciated, my friends. Guys, have an awesome day. I'll be back here tomorrow. For the Virgos, feel free to check out your May reading. It got uploaded today, so if you've missed it, feel free to check it out. And yeah, guys, have an awesome day. I'm going to go relax and rejuvenate and probably catch up on my Netflix shows or some shit like that. So take care, guys, and have an awesome one. And I will see you all tomorrow. All right? Peace. Much love, everybody.